YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video. Let me just start by telling you guys, today is the day that we are actually talking about this TV. This is the 77-inch Samsung S95C Generation 2 Quantum Dot OLED technology from one of the most renowned TV manufacturers, display manufacturers out there, period. This video is going to have some timestamps, so definitely check the descriptions just to kind of put you in a position where you can skim through, or if you just want to enjoy this experience. We're going to try to make this video have as little to no filler time. So I just want to start right here with just telling you what you can expect from this video and this video only. So we're going to unbox this thing, and I'm not going to try to make it overly dramatic. I just want to make this an initial impressions of like quality build. That's really what an unboxing is about for here in this video. The last TV went through a couple of different panels before seeing that there was some consistency, and a lot of people had a major outcry with the bins and so forth with the S95B. So when I said the last TV, that's what I'm talking about. This one is supposed to be creme de la creme, upper echelon. So we're definitely going to check that out. My expectations with this TV, and for you guys, right? Let me just change this. Your expectations for me should be that you will see this TV for a long period of time. This baby is here to stay. All the content leading up to this point in this video has been for this television. And if you just were on the live that we did, you know that, okay? I also want to start this by telling you that we will be going live tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Today's Thursday. So we'll be going live tomorrow evening, and I'll be providing you my own live questions and answers. If you have any comments, or you want to get some engagement in live time with me about this TV, we definitely can get that going. All right, so I'm going to step away from this part of the video, and we are going to get to unboxing and seeing my initial impression of the 2023 Samsung S95C right after this intro. All right, so we're going to do this in a bunch of different burst shots. So right here, that looks to be the One Connect box. Looks like it's probably the base. Probably the cover for the holes on the base. Looks like it's going to be One Connect cord, power cord, and the TV remote also. All right, we're going to get this foam out. All right, so far I see something that I do like. So there's a large piece of styrofoam on top. Just kind of see if you can look in here. It might be a little bit dark, but they've got some nice bubble there, right? Very thoughtful. I have a 55-inch S95B that was not implemented in any of those panels as far as I'm aware of. Maybe in a 65, not sure. I didn't watch any unboxings of the TV because I had it. But that's a great exercise. I know the claim to fame for the reasoning behind the bent panels was in packaging. I doubt it. I think it was just poor quality inspections with the way that they manufactured the TVs. In any event, we're going to go ahead and crack this box and be right back to you. All right, man, I'm sweating. It's the excitement. This very easy to remove. Just make sure you've got higher ceilings. So you're just removing the box from the bottom. And this is the moment that I kind of wanted to take a look at. So screen is there, which is where the bubble is, which is very smart, very wise. Come on over here. Let's get a look at this panel. Try to see if you can go sideways at it. Gonna have to get. Yeah, and this is reinforced really well. So you don't get as thin a design as the 95B, which again, in my opinion, I would take my screen or my panel being thicker, right? Versus it being thinner and it being like a bend to it. So very, very consistent. I don't see any noticeable craziness going on with that. This thing is nice and sleek. And just the thought of it being as consistently this thin all the way down is just fantastic. Now I'm seeing some holes and such on the side. I'm thinking maybe speakers are back here. Let me just get that first look. Speakers are maybe back here. And then over here. And then we've got like some woofers possibly. I'm not really sure. We're going to continue getting this thing together though. All right, guys. So further unboxing this thing, you'll actually see the base where at first I thought I had the base. There was a part of the base. This is one of the pieces that right here that I had that was bubbled up. I do have this firmly. There's styrofoam in front of it, just so you know. Typically when you install this, you would have it laying on a flat surface. It makes it a lot easier, but I'm good. Actually, also another thing, I believe that these are going to be some forms of ventilation. I see a dent in my TV, literally, that I just noticed. Is this a dent? Yeah. There's a dent right here. Do you see that shit?
I see it.
You see that?
Yeah, I see it. I don't know if you can see it on camera though.
Give me that.
Like right here.
Yeah, you see that? Do you guys see that? I was just finna praise the hell out of this. I mean, I ain't tripping as long as it's working, but I ain't done shit with the TV. It's just been here, right? I don't know what that's about. Initially, I was thinking these were speakers. Guess these are actually speakers right here. I don't know how to feel about that, man. $4,500. Yeah, this is crazy. But anyway, I like the way this is designed. I lost train of thought for a second, but I like the way this is designed. There's a ton of vertical lines here. That feels good. I like it. It feels premium, feels like good quality. The mounting pattern is really high. It's much higher than I anticipated it being. I thought it would have been in this vicinity, but now it makes sense seeing the base. The base is down here. So I'm going to have to see and adjust my Sanus mount. I'll have a review on that, the actual mount that I'm using for the C1, and that'll be a part of some content. But yeah, so when you further go down, the actual base is in two different pieces. And then so one piece just kind of connects with the other, latches in, and then you have the base that was wrapped up in the prior transition. That was with the one connect and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing connected and we'll keep pushing. All right, and here's the remote. Pretty basic. Nothing too crazy there. Solar technology leading in from the prior model S95B. So yeah, nothing too crazy there. Volume, your options up, home, back, pause, play. Yeah, so anybody familiar with that, you got some quick select options there for Disney, Netflix, Prime, and then Samsung TV Plus, which is a great option for this TV if you are into cutting the cord. Power on top, then your microphone there, and your actual mic is there. So mic button and then mic there. Yeah, so great technology. I haven't pulled the battery out yet. We'll do that in the next video when we are taking a look at picture quality and such. You've got a USB-C connection there also. So right above the battery pool is going to be USB-C. But yeah, there's a look at your mic. First look at it. Nothing too crazy, but it is nice. It does feel nice. It's all mush. So, all right. So first things first, I am frustrated just due to the prior transition. The TV having a dent on it. I am definitely going to look into getting that exchanged out. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I mean, it's very frustrating. I mean, $4,500, mistakes happen, but it sucks when you're like the first adopter and you know, the mistake happens for you. This was a thing with the S95B also. You know, I'm glad that the TV is thicker. And I love the consistent, smooth design. Just the straight up and down is really nice. The One Connect, you know, this looks to be a nice piece of equipment. I've used One Connects. I've had Samsungs in prior generations, LED models. So they all, you know, All of these are going to be your 2.1 ports. So 4K 120. Number 3 is your eARC. It provides you with 3 USBs. They've got one labeled as HDD. I'm not really sure why, because they're all 5 volt. Well, let's say 5 volt, 1 amps. I guess the one that's HDD also has a little bit more kick to it to power like a external hard drive if you wanted to just have some movies and plug it up. This one Connect does have power through it. So your AC power cable will go through the One Connect. I am not the biggest fan of that. I feel like if it's possible, look into getting yourself an additional one or something, because, if something happens with this, then your TV, literally, you can do nothing with it. So coax and everything else is on here. There doesn't look to be an adapter for you to have any composite or components. So get yourself an audio video receiver if you've got like older consoles. This does come with 2 One Connects. I mean, I'm sure this stuff is all known, but we're going to follow through. You got a shorter one in case you are going to be connecting this guy onto the TV, which is done really well. I love the design of this being able to go into the back of the panel. So you got a shorter one. These cords are proprietary. So one end, they're directional and proprietary. So one end is going to go into the One Connect, and then you have your thinner edge that's going to go into the actual TV. That's it. You just got the one cable that goes to the TV. So that's pretty awesome. I'm going to get everything in my setup connected to go to this. Now, as strange as it is, we talk about Sony not having but 2 HDMI 2.1s, which that needs to change. Like, it needs to change like immediately. But for me, I'm personally going to run everything through this. So I'm going to have Xbox, PlayStation. I'm going to have gaming PC, Apple TV. Those are going to be the 4 devices plus an audio video receiver. So my Xbox Series X and my PlayStation 5 are going to be sharing the HDMI. eARC HDMI 3 is going to be the receiver. I'm not planning on running anything to the receiver. Nothing. I don't want to deal with passing through and having my receiver manage variable refresh rate or anything like that for me. That's something you got to be conscious of. Whenever you go through one source to another, you are increasing input latency. Now you're relying on that device and its picture processing and so forth. I want direct connection from TV to me. That's all I want. You guys can run it however you want, but I'm just explaining how it's going to go for me. So even though there are 4 ports, I mean, I'm going to have multiple devices. Apple TV is going to be dedicated to this thing. Gaming PC is going to be dedicated to this thing. And then gaming console is going to be dedicated. Both consoles, I'm just going to have to do a switch HDMI situation. But I'm not willing to compromise with running any video game through my receiver because I don't want to deal with extra latency. I hope that makes sense. We'll make more content on that as we're getting going. Let's just talk about this base, though. I'm not a fan of this base. This TV is too large for this base. So I hope that you people, if you get this TV, you really plan on mounting this TV or investing in an external mounting base like what I have behind it. I have the TV right here, and behind the TV is a 77-inch C1. It's on a Sanus mount, and I'm going to do a review on that for this TV within this video still. We're going to leave it on the base as it is, but I absolutely hate this thing. And I installed it properly. I put the TV flat on my couch, soft couches. I was able to let out both recliners. Let me just animate myself a little bit for you. I was able to let out this and that just to give the TV the leverage it needed to have some consistency. The way that the base just goes in and then, I'm not going to use a drilling tool on it, even though it's not connected to the TV. I just am not a fan of that. I feel like it's a horrible design. I understand them trying to make sure that, the TV base would be minimalistic and more narrow. And that works fine for a lot of people that may have smaller tables, but it's a 77-inch TV. I think LG has a great base. I love the A95K base because it was wide as hell. This is a horrible base. Bad design. I don't like it. If it was 55-inch, dare I say 65, maybe fine. But for 77, they needed to put a big man base on this thing. And that base is just a baby base. So I'm extremely frustrated with that. I'm extremely frustrated with the dent in my TV. Other than that, everything is going good so far. So we're going to go ahead and get this One Connect box connected and then proceed on with my impressions of picture quality.